Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Dade Kia for giving me time with the 2022 Stinger GT line. This one is rear wheel drive. If you're in the market for a Kia, you can come check out Dade Kia and they will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing for the Stinger GT line. Starting price is at $36,090, including destination. This one's stickers for $43,590. But let's talk about the front styling of the Stinger. Looking at the exterior color here of the Kia Stinger, this one is painted in this ascot green, which looks really good with the dark chrome accents. As you guys can see here, my model is the GT line model, so it does come with these multi-reflector LED headlights with an LED turn signal and daytime running light. If you guys go for a top trim, Kia will switch these headlights out for an adaptive full LED. As you guys can see, this one looks really good with the green exterior color, also with the dark chrome trim. This area here is for the driver's assistance. This also wears a new Kia emblem on top of the hood, and unfortunately these vents on top of the hood are not functional. Most people might do aftermarket. In this area down here is functional to put an air curtain over the brakes and wheels. But stepping away from the Kia Stinger here, as you guys can see, this has a 114.4 inch wheelbase with an overall length of 190.2 inches. Looking at these tires and wheels here, this is how you guys can tell that this is the GT line model because of this rim design. I do like this futuristic styling to the actual rims. This rim design is wrapped in a 225/45 tire, and the rim design is a 18-inch rim design. I wish Kia would have painted the actual brake calipers. They're just a standard brake caliper there. There's more of that dark chrome trim here at the lower part of the door panel with this dark chrome mirror cap, which is an LED sight marker. And my model does have this half of moonroof here. But making our way to the rear of the Kia Stinger, looking at these taillights here, since this is the 4-cylinder model, this one does have this an LED combination. As you guys can see, the turn signal is an incandescent, also with the reverse lights. But the brake light here is a full LED. There's the Stinger name, which is spelled out. Also the GT line badge. And looking down here at the lower part of the rear diffuser here, which has an aggressive finish to it. This also has quad tip exhaust, also with the rear parking sensors. There's the backup camera right there. Open up the cargo bag here. This is a manual opening hatch here. This has around 23.3 cubic feet of space. Underneath the low floor here, Kia does give you a temporary spare tire. And once you fold down the rear seats, it expands the cargo to 40.9 cubic feet of space. Before getting into the interior of the Kia Stinger GT line, as you guys can see, this is the key fob here for the vehicle. There is a Kia emblem at the lower part of the key fob. This also has remote start. There's a lock and unlock button, also a panic button. Unfortunately, this one is missing that power operating feature for the rear cargo area because this is the GT line model, so it does not have that option. But to engage the remote start mode, just lock the vehicle and hold this button down right here. You guys can hear that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder will come to life. And to open the door here, just put your finger here. The vehicle will unlock. As you guys can see here, my model does have this nice two-tone color combination. It looks really good with the green exterior. But getting inside the Stinger here, as you guys can see, really nice upscale looking interior. Once you put your foot on the brake, the vehicle is already started and it's ready to go. Reach over here to shut the door of the Kia Stinger. If you guys are wondering where the push button start is on the actual dash. Let me turn down the fans speed here because it is like 100 degrees outside today, or it feels like 100. It's actually 85 degrees. But looking at the door panel materials really quickly, really nice material with this aluminum painted door handle. This also has the Harman Kardon sound system. It is auto up and auto down only for the driver and passengers. You can also power fold the mirrors in. There's a lock control here, your window adjustment controls. This area is going to be slightly padded here. Additional cup holder and storage space down there. Your dimmer switch, lane keeping assist, fuel cap opener. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wood. It does offer a decent amount of range and adjustability. My model does not have a heads-up display. The materials on the dash have a nice leather material with some fold-like stitching here. This is a 10.25-inch display. I think all models of the Stinger does come standard with this display here. It's also the 3 air vents here, which looks really nice. As you guys can see, I do have the Apple CarPlay already up. You can also connect your Android phone via the cable. You cannot use the wireless function. Unfortunately, Kia does not offer that as of this filming here on the GT, on the Stinger models. As you guys see, going here to the Kia Connect, or I think Kia still calls this the UVO system, which they do on this particular model here. But it still looks the same as the Kia Connect system. Going back to the Apple CarPlay, looks really good. Let's go here to the embedded navigation here on the Stinger. As you guys can see, is a TomTom-like navigation, very responsive, but most people might just use their Apple CarPlay or whatever map system that you use on the actual Android phones. As you guys can see here, over here is for the driver's assistant controls. There's paddle shifters, there's the headlight and turn signal stock, wind wiper stock is there. You can customize this small helper screen here by clicking this button here. You can show different things. If you guys go for a top model of the Stinger, Kia will switch this out for a 7-inch display, which will show you your blind view camera. So you signal left or right, it will show you what's in your actual blind view. But this one does come with the blind spot monitoring, which is a really nice feature. This also has the newer Kia emblem on the airbag cover here. Over here is for your volume controls. There's the GT line badge here, the little part of the steering wheel with this flat bottom design. The steering wheel does have this nice thick rim. There's a volume and tune knob there, shortcut buttons. This also has dual climate control. There's a USB port there, also with a 12 volt. There's also a wireless phone charger. If it wasn't connected to the wire, you can fit your phone in there. My iPhone 13 Pro Max does fit. It wasn't connected to the wire cable here. This one just has a traditional shifter. If you go for a top model, you will get a electronic shifter. You do have trajectory with distance markers. There's also this top down area here of the Stinger with these sensors markers, so it will let you know when you're getting close to something. But if you go for a top trim, you will get that top down 360 view, if I'm not mistaken. Kicking over here to the left, this does house the 8-speed torque converter automatic. Putting the vehicle into park, there's electronic parking brake, auto hold. There's your drive mode selector, which shows you eco, smart, comfort, sport, and also a custom. If you guys go for the V6, you do have a Sport Plus mode with launch control. I think the GT does offer launch control. There's your traction control here. You can access the cameras via this button here. It will show you the actual backup camera. There's an automatic start stop button here that you can defeat. This also has 3 level heated seats. There's some cool seats here on the GT line model. There's additional storage here. Open up this, it does reveal a decent amount of storage, also with this removable tray. The seats in here, they're supportive and comfortable. Like I mentioned, I do like this two-tone color combination. It looks really good with the green exterior color. Above me is going to be LED lights throughout the cabin, also with this moonroof here. Unfortunately, it does not go into the actual back seats. There's the GT line stitched in actual headrest here. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer a good amount of storage. It's also lined with felt. Overall, the interior of the Kia Stinger does look really nice, but let's hop into the back seat. Before getting into the back seat of the Kia Stinger, open up the door here. As you guys can see, the door opens at a really good angle. Like I mentioned, I do like this nice two-tone color combination, especially with the green exterior color. Looking at the door panel materials, pretty nice materials that Kia uses with this aluminum painted door handle. If you guys go for a top trim, Kia will offer 3 level heated seats back here. There's additional cup holder and storage space. This area here is going to be slightly padded, but getting into the back seat of the Stinger, as you guys can see, Kia says you have around 36.4 inches of legroom, which is more legroom space compared to the Genesis G70, which shares the same platform as the Kia Stinger. And above, there is this moonroof here to let light into the cabin. There's also LED lights as well. There's rear air vents here. You can also adjust the climate if you guys would like. There is a USB port right here, also with a 12 volt. And this large hump does intrude into the middle passenger seating, but you can fit 3 people across. There's some map pockets for storage. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. But if you guys are over 6 feet tall, I would recommend sitting in the front because you do not have a lot of headroom back here in the back seat of the Stinger. Looking underneath the hood of the Kia Stinger, Kia will offer the Stinger with 2 powertrains. Let's talk about the V6 option. That powertrain makes 368 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. As you guys can see, there's a lot of space underneath the hood here because this one does not have that V6. This one has the base powertrain, which is a 2.5 liter gasoline direct injection 4-cylinder, which makes 300 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed torque converter automatic. I wish Kia would offer that 8-speed wet dual clutch like they offer in the Sonata Inline and also the Kia K5, which is the same powertrain, but this makes 10 more additional horsepower here. And this one is standard with rear wheel drive. You guys can get all wheel drive as an option. Fuel economy is rated at 22 in the city, 32 on the highway, and 25 combined. As the GT sits here, it weighs in around 3,800 pounds. So kicking the driving scene off in the 2022 Kia Stinger GT line, this one is equipped with rear wheel drive. You can also get all wheel drive as an additional option. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here. Kia will offer this with 2 powertrains. If you guys go for a top model, you will get that twin turbo V6, which makes 368 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. It's also paired with an 8-speed torque converter automatic, but I don't have that powertrain underneath the hood. I have the 2.5 liter gasoline direct injection 4-cylinder, which makes 300 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. And every time I get behind the wheel of a Stinger, it just makes me smile, it makes me laugh. And you guys always let me know in the comment section when I do a review a Stinger how much fun I actually have driving this vehicle, because it really does put a smile on my face every time I drive it. Even with the base 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, this is the same powertrain that's shared on the Kia K5 GT, also the Hyundai Sonata Inline. But I wish Kia would rectify the transmission. This is an 8-speed torque converter automatic, but with that dual clutch is just more impressive. It's more snappy. It knows to be in the meat of the power band. Me personally speaking, the 8-speed is really good as well. I'm not knocking the 8-speed torque converter automatic, but I just think the dual clutch would have fit this car even better. And this also makes 10 additional more horsepower compared to a Sonata Inline in K5 GT. I recently just tested the GT, and to tell you guys the truth, I don't know which one I like the most. As you guys can see, I'm at this red light here and the vehicle is shut off because I have it in the automatic start stop mode. You can defeat it by pressing this button here, but the outside noise, you really don't hear a lot of outside noise. So Kia does use some really good sound deadening material in this vehicle, and it's really quiet. Honestly, it's very quiet in this car. So if you guys have children that's sleeping, they can basically just sleep themselves away because this vehicle is very quiet from the inside until you put your foot down, and then that 4-cylinder gets the droning. But we're gonna do a launch here in the GT. I don't have any 0 to 60 timing equipment, which honestly I should get, because I would honestly really want to know how fast these vehicles are when I be driving them, but I can just only make an assumption. But let's put the vehicle into its sport mode here and turn off the traction control. It's always right here. I'm always looking for it on this side. But let's get the vehicle out of its start stop mode here. Once it's out, foot on the brake and accelerator. Launch control ready. And this one does have launch control. I just left 2 little black marks in the road because this one is rear wheel drive. So since this car is rear wheel drive, it does gain 10 more additional horsepower compared to the front wheel drive K5 GT and Sonata Inline. And the 8-speed is very good with this powertrain, and it will upshift you. It will upshift you if you don't click it right away. Downshift sounds pretty good. It does a good job of rev matching, honestly. But me personally, I just like the dual clutch in the K5 and Sonata. Visibility out of this vehicle is pretty good, especially out of the back. It's decent because of that fastback design. The mirrors here are pretty good. This also has blind spot monitoring. If you guys are signal left or right, unfortunately it does not pop up in the actual display here because this one is not the fully loaded model. If you guys want that feature, I would say just go for that particular model in order to get those features. Let's do another launch here just because we can. Let's come to a complete stop, foot on the brake and accelerator. Launch control ready. And you will get sideways. It was holding the gear. I didn't shift it there. Now it didn't want to upshift for me on that particular gear, but sometimes it will shift for you. But just driving this thing, honestly, like I mentioned, it does put a smile on my face. Just like the K5 that I just tested, that vehicle is really good. But I just like that dual clutch. So Kia, if you're watching this video, please rectify adding the dual clutch if you guys are not going to discontinue this vehicle. But Kia said that was just a rumor. They haven't confirmed anything that they're going to discontinue the Stinger. So all that stuff I was saying in previous videos, it might not be true, guys, but who knows? Kia might discontinue the Stinger. I pray to God that they don't, because this vehicle is a really good, well-rounded vehicle. Let's talk about fuel economy. It's rated at 22 in the city, 32 on the highway, and 25 combined. Yes, it's going to get better fuel economy compared to the V6 model, of course. But I have the vehicle back in its actual traction's back on. I'm going to turn off the automatic start stop. This vehicle is still in sport mode. I'm going to floor the accelerator. And this thing is damn quick, man. You just cannot deny the performance that you guys get. I just think this is more practical compared to the Sonata Inline in K5, because you get more cargo space, which is around 23 cubic feet of space compared to 16. So if you guys don't want the sedan, which is the K5 and Sonata Inline, I think the Stinger is a really good option if you're looking for more cargo space. after spending time with the 2022 Kia Stinger GT line rear-wheel drive. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you all in the next review.